So, look, an Islamist double murderer who took a prison officer hostage has been awarded £240,000. Why? Because being in maximum security solitary confinement is bad for his mental health. £7,500 of that was compensation. The rest of it was legal fees. Now, Fuad Awale shot 2 people in the head in Milton Keynes over a drugs dispute, went to prison. He and someone else took a prison officer hostage and threatened to kill them because he wanted to be able to hang out with one of these guys. Yes, the jihadis who murdered Fusilier Lee Rigby. He also demanded the release of Abu Qatada, the Al Qaeda chief, who Keir Starmer did actually represent some years ago, but hey, you know what? Does it really matter? Yes. Anyway, this judge, Mrs. Justice Ellenbogen, ruled that keeping him in solitary confinement violated Article 8 of the European Convention on Human Rights, which is a right to a private life. Now, that apparently includes things like being able to form relationships with people and all of that stuff. Specifically, the Islamist murderer has a right to socialise and form friendships, even, it appears, if he wants to form friendships with one of Britain's best-known jihadis. So that's great, isn't it? David Lammy, the Justice Minister, chose not to appeal this decision. Well, why not? What about our human rights to not have this guy potentially plot a terror attack from behind bars or radicalise other inmates? What about the human rights of the prison officers not to be put at risk by this guy? Everyone seems to forget about them, don't they? What about the mental health of that prison officer that this bloke attacked and threatened to kill? I mean, have they got compensation? I don't know, maybe they have. And then today, there is this quite interesting development, actually. During the case in 2024, Awale was represented by a man called Dan Squires KC. He is a member of Matrix Chambers, the same chambers that our Attorney General, Lord Hermer, used to work at. Any ideas who Dan Squires' wife is? No? Well, it just happens to be Labour MP Sarah Sackman, who is, of course, the Minister of State for Courts and Legal Services. Now, I'm not saying anything untoward has gone on here, but it's just interesting to know, isn't it? Really? Anyway, here's my question to the audience, both in the studio and at home. What kind of country are we if we say it's against an Islamist double murderer's human rights to be in solitary, and then we have to pay him compensation?